And back again. I was apparently wrong about something here. These are not growing faster than anything. They're not growing fast at all. I mean, everything else is just... I've got all the pumpkins growing, but those damned beets are... I don't know what the hell the problem... I don't know if it's like a... You know, a version update thing changed how they work, or if in fact it's just random, and until now I've been lucky with... I don't know what the hell the problem is. But, yeah, that's what I'm waiting on with this. Which, you know, on the bright side, I... Actually, you know, I don't even know. Do villagers still not care about these? I have no idea. It was weird when we first got them, because the farmers didn't upgrade to wanting beets for anything. I don't know if, maybe that's changed. I haven't really found out lately. You're probably a farmer, too, because you're running away. Nope, you're a shepherd. Which is something I could do something about. I've been breeding up animals a bit. Oh, right. What do you want? Is there anyone better? Yep. Okay. Just give me that. Yeah, that still leaves... Oh, I got carrots. Where are you? Where'd you go? Just to see what you've got, or want, or however you look at this. Well, if you want beets, they're over here, I guess. I could buy an apple, but I don't want to. I don't have potatoes on me at the moment. I'll just bet someone will fill these in for me. Okay, now nighttime. Anyway, so that's, I wouldn't say a mystery solved, more something I'm not sure about still. But, yeah, the beets are just being weird. So, oops. So, instead, let's think about other stuff that we could get lots and lots of and probably get money for. I've started making room for a lot of emeralds because chances are. I think it's time to... this. And I was thinking I would just put it here, but the more I think about it, that means I'm going to have eggs flying across like this. And it might be better to put it on the other side. Which also gets me out of having immediately to move all of this over. Because I've got, you know, 9 stacks of eggs, in as much as they stack. Oh, what I need that I don't have. Oh, just let me sacrifice some of this stuff. What's in here? That'll work. I've got rocks cooking in here, so probably just to have, you know, actual stone instead of cobblestone. But additionally, because I think if memory serves, this is what I need in order to make... I wonder what I did with that thing. Oh, well, I need a couple of these, first of all. Then I need... Yeah, that's what I want. Where did I stash it in, like, the came out of somewhere box? Yeah. Okay. Oh, and I need wood. If I'm gonna do a... Wait, do I have wood? I have wood. Which is good, because I don't have wood. I have this. I could use... at least... four more just for the runway part. Followed by something to collect them. Wait, I just got... And another hopper at the bottom. And I just realized I need something else I don't have on me. Okay, put that there, and I need that dispenser I had. I can get that last. Yeah, I guess if I just go over here, what do I still need? Okay. Let's start by having a... where do I want this? Here is good, I guess. Doesn't matter all that much. I'll just put it on the missing grass. Put a dispenser going into it. I don't care. I just need to go upstairs for a sec. Do that that way. That doesn't help me much. I'm trying to think partly how I'm gonna get chickens into this thing. Which I suppose is gonna be like... Oh, except that's not even right, because I gotta go up more. Because there's gonna be glass right here. So I need to go like this. Okay. And yeah, now I could use glass just to make sure I know where I am. Also, how much room do I have? I'll get the glass first, because that's important. Didn't really need to do that, I suppose. But it works. In fact, thinking about it, I do want lights in there just to make sure nothing weird happens. Oh, I do not... Oh, damn, I'm not... I forgot this has to be a couple of things tall. Which means I need all of this, and then I need more glass, and I also need to rethink this a bit. Okay, that should be enough wood, I would hope. Okay. Need more glass, need also, if I can figure out where, I think I have a bunch of trapdoors somewhere. Yeah, that'll work. That's still that. See if that's, I don't know, I might need more than 9 more, I wasn't really counting. Probably I need more. I need 2 more. Grr. Which by now I ought to have. And then, well, there's 3 more. I do have a use for glass even while I need all the sand I can get to do that later, but while I'm doing it, I'm gonna probably have basically this all the way around it, a big thing of glass, because nothing spawns on glass, which I kind of like about it. Okay, that's how it starts. And then Did I leave any room to... Oh, yeah, I'll be okay. Oh, nuts. You know what I don't have? Which is suddenly very obvious. Actually, just give me all that. I'll see if I can trick some chickens into coming with me. You guys coming? Alright. Now that you're here, go away. Get in. Don't. Well, that wasn't what I wanted. There's too many of them. Since you can't shift push things much at all anymore, that's cool, do that. In, though. And also you. Plus you. That's a start. I wouldn't mind having at least 2 adults in there that I can start feeding. That's the point of the trapdoors here. I'll come up with some system better than just having a bunch of logs on the ground to, you know, make my way up here occasionally and, why? I don't care. What if I feed you? Because the other one's like already in heat, right? Haha, clever. Okay. Technically, that's enough chickens to get started. So I'm not... I see at least 3 more. And of course, you know, the way I'm doing this, I'm going to end up with a whole bunch of eggs in here. Not because they'll come out of the machine, but because chickens will come out of the machine. And you know, live in the pasture and lay eggs while they're doing that, and eventually you can't walk through without filling up your entire inventory with eggs. Did you want to... Oh, do it anyway. Alright, good enough. You guys are fine. Okay, now I get to figure out how to throw these without just pitching them in. I guess holding shift might work. Yep, that worked. Doesn't really matter. Again, I can come up and feed these guys whenever I want, although evidently it's hard if they're in the hoppers. It's hard to reach them. But I can't have... well, actually, I could just put carpet on the hoppers. And that would... It would get rid of the lights, but at the same time it would nullify the need. Alright, that's a bunch of chickens, so shut this down, or close it anyway, and that's the containment element. I guess I can go take a nap real quick. I think I have, assuming I've got sticks, I have everything else I need. Bed. need right now. I can't tell. Do I have enough for a, yeah. I just need one of these. And a couple of these and all of these. Should be all I need. And then if I just draw... How did you do that? That's concerning. Pick a direction, I guess. If you're quick enough, you can do this A with one repeater and B without even opening them up like that, but just in case I'm not, I assume it'll end up about here. Ta-da. Now, of course, we have the interminable clicking, but I can always shut that off if I need to and just hang on to the... Unfortunately, there's no good place to store it. Well, I could just put it on the ground somewhere. But I probably should. There. It's safe there. Well, you get a ways back and it doesn't matter. So yeah, if it's not obvious, now the... Well, there's... Okay. Chickens exist. Clicking happens, so maybe you can hear me. They, in the course of their little caged lives, lay eggs that go in here. Ultimately go in, you know, here. Down here into the dispenser. So, anything in the dispenser comes out, obviously. And in the case of eggs, the eggs that come out, it being a dispenser and not a dropper, they'll actually hatch on impact with the ground. Well, at least, you know, 1 in 8 times. There's no guaranteeing that a given egg will hatch, but it's alright. I don't see any eggs on the ground here where I can grab one. Doesn't matter. And those hatching eggs, of course, when they hatch, become chickens, which then run around in here. One escaped, one I think I just never got in there in the first place, and then there's this guy. That one escaped is weird. I don't know how that happened exactly. But okay. Anyway, I can build a... I don't know if I have a lot of ladder. I have a ladder. Let me make a couple of ladders. And... Do I want to waste this stuff or this stuff? I don't care. Just give me this stuff. I think 8's enough to get up there. Just throw this... Oh, right. In fact, I'll throw it here because I can't stick ladders to glass. Which is too bad. And just to prevent having to jump. So now I can get up here whenever and if I feel like it. Just open this up and feed the odd chicken and get yet more chickens laying yet more eggs over time. And that's that. That's easy. And yeah, historically, well, that first, the Skyblock map that I filmed, I got enough chickens in one episode. I was running at 1 frame per second. Just because the CPU got overloaded on the number of entities in the frame. It took like half an hour just to kill everything that was in there and get the meat from them. Here's an egg, so just in case it's not really obvious, it should be. Probably because the instant I started it up, one came out. So egg is laid, goes through the system, ends up in the dispenser, shoots out, and in this case doesn't hatch. But that's fine. There is, there's a few ways I could get rid of the clicking, including turning down clicking noises. But that also takes out the ability to hear something thump into the ground when I set it down, and I like hearing it thump into the ground so I know what happened. I could use a comparator and a couple of hoppers, so then I could make a real clock that timed out just by, you basically have two hoppers feeding into each other, and every time one of them empties, it activates the dispenser. The problem with that is if you have enough, well, it's not really a problem, but if you have enough chickens, you have to speed up the timer, take stuff out of it, to the point that it might as well just be this, so it doesn't help much. I could also, just add a whole bunch of more hoppers into the whole system to get them into the dispenser, and just turn off the clock, wait for it to fill up with hundreds and hundreds of, probably thousands, well, 16 each, maybe not thousands, but a bunch. I've tried that before, and it actually takes, in that case, like half an hour just to empty the damned machine, just to fling out all the eggs. And that's, as often as it's clicking. So, this is a simple system. It doesn't require any quartz, bit of redstone, but on a map like this, redstone's everywhere. I guess 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 16. Yeah. That's not a lot of redstone, really. And I've got the option still of just grabbing these and throwing them. So, which, once I try walking through here when there's 1,000 chickens, it is going to be advantageous just to clear out the damned eggs from my inventory. I do still want to at some point get this stuff cleared out of here, but putting the chickenator where I did, it's less of a concern. This is less of an emergency. Yeah, I was going to put it kind of right about where that tree is. In which case they just slam into the side of the crates, which wouldn't even hurt anything. It would just make them hatch sooner. But it would also look stupid, so that's not how I did it. And plus, I can't hear this thing clicking right now. I don't know if it's showing up in the internal noises of the game, but I can hear sheep, so I would say the sheep are louder than the clicking. Oh, I'm ignoring these because this, well, I don't have anything. Once I get, assuming I do, at some point an axe. I want a diamond axe with silk touch. Also mending and unbreaking and efficiency would be nice, but if I can get... Did I actually just... I got like negative seeds somehow. These things suck. Get away from the clicking in case it's a problem. Yeah, if I can get an axe, with, a diamond axe would be preferable. Not hard to get, I could make one. That does silk touch. I can just pick up those melons whole and thump them in there. I don't have a lot of use for melons as food. They're not good food. I've got carrots, which I think are technically better food than melons. If not, they're the same. They're not great. And yeah, once in fact, I've been doing that a bit. I can probably do it now. I've been feeding cows here and there to build up a whole, herd? It must be. I've got like maybe a dozen of them at this point. I'm playing with sheep a bit, but I don't care that much. The advantage to sheep mostly is wool. And so there I've been kind of trying to think ahead toward what color the sheep should be, what can I dye them. I've lost track of which cows I fed, and that's one of them. I'll bet you guys are. No, you have. So what are you? Okay. Anyone over? Get off me. And that's, I may have just wasted, it doesn't matter. Yeah, send more cows. And then once I get lots and lots of cows, for one thing, I'm going to want a sword with fire aspect, so I can just kill them directly into steak. That way I don't have to bother cooking them. I'll get the leather either way, so it seems better to me. And having fire aspect on a sword is okay. A lot of people hate it because it just means that when you, if you hit something with a sword and a monster, that you don't just kill instantly, and that's common. Then with fire aspect, you've now set the monster on fire, and it comes back after you, and in all likelihood sets you on fire, which I'll grant is bothersome. But you can actually fix that by also adding like knockback and stuff, or just, you know, having a place to hit monsters from that they can't reach you in the first place, which is the sort of thing I usually aim toward. You know, to that, I don't need this on me, really. I don't need that on me. I got all this stuff I don't need. I do need torches sometime. I gotta do something about that. I'm kind of wondering if I can... I haven't really seen any new... Well, never mind. There's... haven't seen him before, but I'm kind of on the lookout for librarians. I could be doing more fishing too, but... Yeah, I remember you. That's kind of cool. And that's really cool. You know, I probably have enough money. Why don't you just stay there so I know where you are? What I could be doing, because I don't see anyone breeding. So, an option. I've never tried this at home. I'm still not sure if this actually counts as killing villagers. I think it might. I think if a villager dies while you're in proximity, it's the same as if you just shot it, or sorted it, or whatever. You're probably green. Come here. Come here. You are just useless. I need a spotter. I need someone to sit here and tell me which of these are green. I don't know if it's like this for anyone else, but to me, well, yeah, everything I see is technically gray, but they are so close to farmers. It's just, I'm honestly, if I don't right-click them to make sure, I have a pretty good chance of killing farmers while I'm doing this. On the other hand, farmers aren't exactly my greatest asset at this point. They're helpful. They do dig stuff up, and is everyone... Yeah, you're already in there. I'll come back for you. You're probably what I want. This game needs like a colorblind friendly... I don't know. Some kind of like... Sort of like with the name tags, which I think you can name tag villagers now. I haven't ever tried it, but apparently there's a way to do it. It needs to, like, if you get close enough, it tells you what... I don't care. They need something. They need some way of identifying what they are, because I'll grant I'm one in, like, 32,000 people, I think. Lots of people are colorblind-ish, but they're more like they have trouble seeing red and green or something. And what I see is all grayscale. It's a chromatopsia. It's a thing. So yeah, at the least they need a different pattern or something that I could technically figure out. Because just trying to decide if this guy is appreciably different from... Yeah, he's a farmer. It's a slightly different gray. Then this is a different gray, that's a cleric. And then that's obviously a big white librarian guy, so... That one's pretty easy. If I just had to kill those, it'd be simple. And where cartographers are concerned, I can talk about that, but... I probably ought to first at least, get... That one's the, nitwit, isn't it? I could at least get some, like, maps out of them. The cartographers. Because, well, I know where an ocean monument is. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this. But, and I actually kind of vaguely know where a, what are they called? Woodland Mansion? I know there's one down that a ways. Couldn't tell you precisely where right now. I've gone into one. Gone in two, in point of fact. The one that's on this map, and there's a map for a while I was doing a daily seed thing. I would just punch in the date, and see what I got. Just to get, you know, as random maps that I could remember what they were, that I wasn't just saying, give me something and don't tell me. And when I punched in 2015-09-03, I got this really cool map that, which is funny because that was actually 2 years ago today. I got this map that's, you start off on this beach, and then maybe a couple hundred meters at most, inland from the beach, is a smallish village. It hasn't got anything. It's just villagers and a couple of houses. Don't even think it has a library. But between the two, there's a huge ravine that's got all this cool stuff in it. The village is on top of a mine shaft. The stronghold isn't that far away. It's, you know, you can get there by walking. Well, obviously, how else would you get around? And the woodland mansion in that one, once we got those, my problem with it is that it's actually right next to a little lava lake, so there is no way to get to it without cheating. Turn off fire ticks or whatever the hell. By the time you get to it, it's halfway burned down, so it's disappointing. The one on this seed is, last I checked, you know, safe enough. Like, it's in no danger. Doesn't mean you're not in danger for going into it. I really haven't played with those things too much. I should probably see what my iron stash is looking like today. Oh, we're over time. Well, anyway. We got this done, so it's a matter of time before we have, you know, unlimited chickens. I like unlimited chickens. Because I assume I've got butchers in here who's going to want, you know, they'll want meat. I can... Technically, you know, one thing I'm thinking toward, I don't even have a bow yet, but at one point I'm going to have a bow, and it's going to be a decision on whether I want it to be mending so that I don't have to replace it, or infinite so I don't need arrows, apart from, you know, the one. I'm leaning toward infinite because it's not that hard to get the materials to make new bows, and just fold them into the existing one as it wears out. I can put unbreaking on it. This is all later, but yeah, I could technically, with enough chickens, that just leaves finding enough this stuff, gravel, to and I've got some gravel, but, and I can always buy arrows, in fact. Oh, wait, that's what I was thinking. The archers, whatever the hell they are. Fletchers. I can get like a dozen arrows for an emerald if I need to. Still, I think I'd be better off with infinity and just a bow that doesn't break easily, that I can repair as needed. It's just going to be simpler. Especially, you know, if I ever track down a mine shaft that I can really deal with that's nearby, I can set up a spider factory in there. Yeah, anyway, I'm at 35 minutes. So, yep, sunset. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll just see you next time, and not sure what the hell we're gonna do next time. Something. I'll think about it. Alright, see you then. Bye.